Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are we ready to go?
We
Is
ready?
everybody here? We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. All right. Okay. What's the date today? Oh, wow. February 8th,
February 8th.
2025. Coming to you from Vancouver, BC. Hope everyone's doing well. My name's Ashley Isaac. And, well, what are we going to talk about today, Isaac?
Oh, we have so many things that happen in in the week. So many
Yeah.
things we can talk about. Last time I wasn't here. Uh,
Yeah. Flew solo last week. It was scary.
scary. You and the camera. Yeah,
Sorry?
but you did a good job. Yeah.
I did?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Some people said I didn't. So I got some flack.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a huge fan of explaining the charts with the hands, but
Yeah, you and a bunch of other people.
yeah. But it's okay. We can cover that today. A bit of the technicals, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, it made sense, right, when you explain it like this. But of course, it's better if we go into the chart.
that is true. And when I when I watched it, I realized it would have helped even if I'd have did it in the camera, so the camera could have seen it.
Hmm.
Like I was doing it here instead of here. So that was kind of funny too. But you know what? I take the knock. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but
So we'll cover some of the technicals, if you
yeah.
think they're okay, and also we can talk about Trump later on. We can talk about Trump. I
Oh,
know
I think we always have to start with Trump, don't we?
he deserves very uh, decent amount of time spent on.
Well, that is true, but it should. I mean, it should have top billing because everything revolves around him anyway. So, whenever we start, it's well, what did Trump do? What did he say? What's he do? What's going on? So that's the precursor of what happens in the market, right? And it's just like Trump, right? Now he wants to own the Gaza Strip. Oh my God! Yeah, I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry, but yeah, it is what it is.
But I
But
guess it's exciting for the market, no? Like
well, I
it's
think
like
so. I mean, I had a good week. I don't know. How did you do?
I didn't do much. I've
No?
been focusing on for the people that will start to follow us on social media, we have the threads on Instagram. So there we will be posting almost every day our trades, and I personally have a challenge and commitment to do $20 every day into stocks. So that's my current account, my personal live account. I will be doing that, and on the side I will be placing trades on the funded account. But I haven't done much on the funded account, so I need to start working on that as well.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I guess I gotta match that, do I? I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, I put in a trade. I did a trade the other day. It didn't work out for me, actually. I lost that trade, but it was really weird because, and then actually, this is something I want to talk about the art of losing.
Oh, that's a good um
Good
that's a good
title,
title. Yeah, good
good
title.
headline. Yeah, and now why do I say that? Is because if you guys are new or you've been trying to start trading, and maybe Isaac could chime in here. The challenge in my mind, even when I started, I hated to lose. I didn't want to lose, and I was frustrated with losing because all I wanted to do was win. But it wasn't about winning; it was about being right. And it's like if I'm wrong, this is why I believe people don't show their losses because people out there will go, "Oh, you lost." Yeah, you're going to lose. And if you do everything right, now why it's an art, why I call it the art of losing, I'm going to ask you this question, Isaac. Do you think you learn more by success or by failure?
I guess by failure, yeah.
Yeah, and why is that? Because psychologically, when you fail at something, you look deeper at it, right? You go, well, why did it go wrong? What did I do wrong? So failure is an incentive of, I got to get this right. I got to get it right. So you start looking at the right things you need to look at to become successful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
And I mean, I'll say it again over and over and over again. You look at basketball players, golfers, tennis players, soccer players, ice hockey players, whatever it is, that's just sports. They're always practicing. They're always practicing their shot. They're always doing this. Why? Because it needs to become second nature, because they're just making sure they've got their foundations right. So let's move that into music, right? Always practicing. They know how to play, but they're always practicing. Get their timing right, get everything smooth, right? Same as trading. And if you follow the process and you get everything right, and I'm actually going to explain a trade. I think we put it in on Friday, right? Thursday or Friday, that trade I
Thursday, I
did.
think, yeah.
Thursday, and I gave my reasons why I'm looking at it. Everything was fine. And in actual fact, if we look at the news that came out on Friday, that trade should have gone my way, but it didn't. And I've had people say, well, why did it go that way? I said, well, I look at fundamentals, macroeconomics, I look at the technicals, but the final thing I look at is market sentiment, which is the traders, right? The market didn't listen. They looked at one certain thing and said, "Oh, that's why I'm gonna be strength with the U.S." The market decided, not me. I didn't decide. So I hope that makes sense what I'm saying right there, because it's like you could have all the lines in the right place. You can have everything correct. Your decisions are correct. Everything else, it can still go the opposite way. Doesn't mean to say you're bad at your decisions. Doesn't mean to say you were wrong. That's it. It's just you were wrong. However, you can look at it and say, oh, you know what, I should have waited for that. Oh, I should have waited for this. There's a lot of things I could have done in my management more than anything of the trade I'm going to show you, right? I could have managed it better, perhaps, right? Not, I mean, I lost $45. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, right? So could I have reduced that to $20? Possibly. But the point is the art of losing is a skill of saying, okay, I lost on that one. I had the great risk to reward. My stop loss was good. I kept it in the place I always keep it. Everything was great. This
Mm-hmm.
happened to be 45 pips. It was perfect, but it didn't go my way. However, I'm still looking to get into the trade hopefully next week. So we'll see. So the art of losing needs to be looked at as part and parcel of your journey. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, that just reminds me of this trade that I closed this week, that I started 2 weeks ago, and I told you I bought the weed.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's I'm gonna show you the chart here quickly. Actually, never mind. I don't think you'll be able to see, or let me just give a try. Give it a try, because you're not seeing my camera, by the way. You're not seeing my
Oh,
camera, but the camera is on the podcast, so don't worry about
now
it.
I realize it. I'm like texting you. I can't see you. I can't. No, I. Yeah, I'm seeing a blank screen, and I'm like, where is he? So yeah, it's all good. You remember, tech and me don't get along.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah. So okay, all good. So you can show it. Go ahead.
sure. Let me
I can't
just.
see it. I can't see it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to have to stay out of this conversation.
No, 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 no. I think
No,
you.
I could. Okay. All right. Then.
Yeah.
Well, let's share it then.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Perfect.
So
Look,
I
look at this beautiful chart.
hold on. Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Ah, here we go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
So this tells you basically my entry. Here was my entry. And
Yeah.
actually, I think we can go later to the explanation of what the pin bar means. But okay, let's focus on this chart first. So this with company has been on a downtrend for ages. You can see it's not really doing very well, but I guess I remember there was a good news here that it popped the stock all the way up, and then since
Yeah.
then it's been on a downtrend. So this is May of last year, summer of last year, and then it's been on a downtrend. But I've seen that it at this point around 330, 320, it touched the support, right? So there's a support here around 350.
Okay.
So I was
Right.
like, okay, this time it will use this support because I can see it's kind of strong support. And I think I saw this level somewhere else, like somewhere.
Why don't you put it on a daily? It might be easier to see that level that you're talking about because you're on a 4 hour right now,
Yeah, let's go to the daily.
or even a week, Oh no, that's good. Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
Is that the level you're talking about, right?
Actually, this was 2015, so not really. Oh yeah, it's here.
No, there,
See it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
so
see it.
I use this level as my support, and I said, okay, this is the ultimate support,
Yeah.
and
But it actually broke it. It
Yes.
actually broke it, didn't it? Yeah.
it went
Yeah.
lower. It went
Yeah.
lower to 270.
Right.
Now my stop loss was like 290, $3, but I think I kind of adjusted it and I waited a bit longer because I wasn't losing that much. So at the end, I closed the trade when it touched to like 280 something. Like I think this candle I closed it, and then after I closed it, green, and then green, and then
Yeah.
green.
Yeah. But look where it is now.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
Boom.
yeah. I guess I would have like adapt to the big move up and probably just waited for this one because by this time it was like already like 30% up.
So what caused that move up?
There was a good question. There was some good news from the U.S. government, I believe, like kind of supporting the cannabis,
Yeah.
regulations and that stuff. So, I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, that I lost and it doesn't feel any good. It
No.
because and then it's worse because after you keep following this stock, then you see it went it worked after you lost. So
Yeah.
it's,
Join the club, buddy.
yeah, that's frustrating.
So would you like my 10 cents?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the chart again.
Let's go back to the chart. Okay, yeah.
All right. So part of my method is to define levels, right? Now you see the two blue lines, the two horizontal lines. You've got those numbers. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles in that range. Yeah, right there. So you see that upper blue line. I would not have. I know you were in the trade. I would have been out of it, but I would have waited and said, well, if I get above there, I'm going to buy. And look where it went. It went above there, and that would have been a nice buy. Now, I know it's after the fact. I know somebody can say to me, "Ah, coming here just saying it because it's after the fact." But no, that's not true. You'll see how I like to do things, and but we have to be safe, right? And I mean, that's just my 10 cents. I mean, I probably wouldn't have done it, especially with, like, the problem is that's where your stop loss was, right?
So I
Originally?
I entered the trade here, and the stop loss originally was at $3. So
Right. So you entered the trade immediately and put the stop loss in, right?
I mean, what
Where was your entry? Well, where was your
my
entry? Where did
entry
you enter?
was here 313, 314, I believe. Here.
Up on the upper blue line?
No, on the lower blue line was my entry.
Right, but what I thought that was your stop loss.
No, 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 no. My entry was this.
So you bought there on the low. Why would you buy low?
I buy low to sell high.
Well, yeah, but you have no momentum to the upside.
Right, but like I said, I saw previous supports, and I thought, okay, this is the support.
Yeah, no, I like your support. I like that.
And
I
then
still think,
it kind of continue holding the support. You can see because I entered here, and then
yeah,
it held the support till I don't know, like yeah, it was Monday of this week that
Monday it went down.
yeah.
Yeah. But you got some resistance up there too, though, right? On the upper blue line, there's resistance.
Yes,
Right.
I had this resistance. Yes.
Yeah. So I would have said, right, I like where your stop loss is in terms of when you're in the trade,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I think mine would have been, wait till you're above that level and then buy. Now I know it's after the fact. I get it, but anyway, that's my 10 cents. I always look all my trades about levels and being above or below them. That's it. So, but that would have been a nice trade if you'd have got in it, wouldn't it?
Oh,
That would have
thank you,
worked out quite
thank you
nicely.
for the reminder.
Yeah, no, sorry, but I'm just saying, like it would have been good,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
But, welcome to the retail trade industry. It's
Yeah.
like I entered a trade and it didn't go my way, and then a few hours later it went my way. God damn it. That happens to a lot of people, right? That's life, so
Yep, I guess that's life. But it's
yeah.
okay. Life continues.
Yeah, you get into, maybe you got another opportunity to get in. That red candle went all the way back down again, and then just put your.
Maybe it's another time to buy. I don't know. To be honest.
I wouldn't buy yet. Don't
Yeah.
buy yet. Flipping heck! Wait till you're where are you? Oh, you don't show it anymore.
I can show it. You see?
Okay, I see it now. So the high of that red candle right there,
The last
is
one?
the high of. Yeah, that one you were touching. That one right there. The high. Where's the high of the red candle? Up there, right there. That's my entry, right there.
Yeah, 3. Okay.
That's where I would enter.
Let's do a fake.
Let's do an Ashley fake trade, a fake
Yes.
Ashley trade.
Yeah, so here's the entry, and then we're gonna target the previous high.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Stop loss will be.
Stop loss is underneath the low of that candle. That's it, right there. Keep going. Right the body, the low of the body. There, yeah.
There. Okay.
You got a wick on there? Is it lower? I want it on the low. There you go.
There. How's that?
Yeah, That's I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Nice. All right.
So
we'll see how it
the
goes.
the small green candle to the left of it, is that lower than, yeah, that one there. Put the stop loss underneath that one. There you go. That's it. That's good. That's where I'm on my stop loss. Yeah.
All right. Nice. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So you can either say good job or you can laugh.
Yeah. Oh, what I think the reason it didn't continue going up is because here you can see do you see this E right here?
Yes.
The E is
Yep.
is red. So they reported earnings, and the earnings were like minus point.
Oh, well, of course they're going to be low because look how bad it's doing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, actually, that's a good opportunity to trade now after earnings. Yeah, boom, love it. That's going to be a good one.
All right.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? I think that not that high. The high to the left with the red candle to the left. Keep going up, 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 up. That one. That high right there.
This is the level I was targeting on my.
Oh, you were? Yeah, there you go. That's where I would go. That's a nice trade. That's a solid, good trade.
It looks. I know. That's what I said when I entered here a couple weeks ago.
What's that blue arrow on the left for?
Um,
Okay, you did it a while ago. Now you forgot.
yeah, I forgot. What is it? Is it a gap? Yeah, I think there's a
I
gap.
don't know.
Yeah, it's a gap.
Oh, talk about gaps.
I think you made me do it because we were. You say like what you always say. Market always fills the gaps.
Trade to the gaps. And actually, 3 of my trades that I did this week were gap trades.
Yeah,
Market doesn't like gaps.
true.
So, and if you'd have traded to that gap, look where the candle went. It traded to that gap. Look, we got a gap there and it went there. Filled that gap.
Yeah, took some time.
Yes, time is always fleeting in trading, that's for sure. Time never in trading never goes to the beat of air drum, it goes to the beat of its own drum. Or maybe we could say it goes to the beat of Trump's drum. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about Trump now?
Well, okay.
Hey,
So he's getting a lot. He's getting a lot of flack now, though, right? He's getting a lot of flack from his own people, own country, own. You know. Hold on a sec. Sorry. So, I mean, he's doing his Trump thing, right? You know, oh, we're going to take over Gaza. We're going to do this. Now, actually, I don't know if you listened to the news yesterday, but there was a meeting, big Canadian meeting with premiers and stuff, I think, something like that, with Trudeau and stuff. And they caught him off platform in the background. I guess his mic was still hot. And he was talking to somebody.
Caught who?
Oh, a bunch of... Huh?
They caught who?
Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Not Pierre Trudeau, not Pierre Trudeau. Justin Trudeau,
Yeah.
right? Talking. We don't know who he was talking to, but he was talking about the threat of
That it was
being the 51st state. Yes, yeah. He said, look, guys, he said, we got lots of minerals now. It's a real thing. It's a real thing that they want to do. And he was very like, now, I'm a conspiracy theorist, as you know. How stupid are they to leave a hot mic on and say that? Is that maybe a political back and forth? Oh, let's do this. Let's say this. Let's get him into trouble. I don't know. I just think it's very, very strange that all of a sudden somebody out of the blue recorded a hot mic that somebody had on and they were talking about it. I don't know. But the point is, he put it out there, right? So, maybe, who knows, right? So, and then, okay, let's get back to the tariff shit again. Look what happened, right? Yeah, we're doing it. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's okay. We'll give you 30 days, right? Well, because I got this and I got this and I got this. It's a good deal, right? Now, Trump sitting in his talking about the trade deal. Terrible deal, the worst deal in history. I've never seen such a terrible trade agreement. It's so bad, it's awful. We've got to change it. Let's go back to 2018. Who did that trade deal? Trump. The greatest deal ever, the best trade deal we've ever had. Now he's saying it's the worst. The guy is like, he has no clue. So it's like he was the one that negotiated this trade. They haven't changed it since he did it in 2018. Hasn't been changed, apparently. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of comical, but let's go, okay, we don't like to be wrong. We don't care if we're right. We just want to make money, right? But logic wins again, right? Being logical and thinking about this whole scenario. Now we got a 30-day reprieve. For what? Now we figured out what he wanted. He wanted help on the border. He wanted a commitment on the border. He wanted a commitment to whether he's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's wrong about fentanyl going through Canada. It doesn't matter. He got what he wanted. So am I expecting this tariff? I think tariff talk will be for a while. I don't expect it to come through. There may be a little 10% here or 5% here just to prove that he can. He wants to be the bully, right? He wants to be the bully because he wants that, or they have to respect us,
Hmm.
right? The respect is back again. Yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just a show. It's fun,
Yeah, you know,
but the market moves.
you made me look at it a different from a different perspective, to be honest. And when you said like Trudeau was telling whoever that the threat is real of becoming the 25th, sorry, 51,
51st,
yeah, 51st
51st.
state. um I mean, that makes me think, like, that's the way Trump likes to play, by threats.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and then
100%.
that also reminds me, like, when Trump was just elected, when he won the election, you told me the tariffs are just threats. He just wants to do some, I don't know, something else. We don't know, but he's just using it as threats, and that's true. Now everyone's saying, because it's more evident today that he he went all the way to setting those tariffs, and then the day that he was setting those tariffs, like the Canada and Mexico negotiated with him, and now he's happy because he got what he wanted, but only for
Yeah.
30 days, because he's like so, like, I don't, crazy but in control at the same time. Like, he's getting what he wants.
It's a
He's
narcissist.
manipulating.
He's just a little bully. He's just a little crybaby. He's just a little kid in a sandbox, and he wants his thing. Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? Maybe he's looking at it that he's protecting his people. I don't know, but he's getting a lot of flack now from the American people, right? They're not liking it. They're not liking what's happened. Now, you want to know the good thing that came out of all this?
Was a good thing.
Well, number one, I made money, so thanks, Donald, because the market crashed down and made that gap on Saturday when they confirmed that it was coming through. Then, of course, it crashed down, and of course on Monday they took it away, and I traded up the gap, and nice trades. Nas 100, Great British Pound USD, and Euro USD made about total. I don't know. I think it was about just over $2,000. I think. But, nice, and I'm in a Great British Aussie trade, uh, still in it, or up about $900. So been a good week. A couple of losses, a small win on gold, small loss on gold, and then of course a small loss on the Euro USD on Friday. So all in all, a good week. But something even better that happened to Canada. The one thing I love Canada, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm English. I came here in 1980 and I fell in love with it. And just to kind of, let you know I'm human, I was a chef and I was working in London, in a hotel in London, and I met a guy that was working in the kitchen there. His name is Mike. He's actually from Vancouver, and we became friends, very good friends. And he's the reason why I came to Canada, and because I was looking to go the Europe route. He goes, "Oh, you can make more money in Canada," and it was a stepping stone to the States, right? So I thought, oh, maybe I'll end up working in the States. Anyway, beside the point. So I came to Canada. My first stop was Jasper Park Lodge in Alberta. And I loved it. And I fell in love with the greatest game in the world, ice hockey. Just love ice hockey. Just love it. And so the one thing I always felt that Canada never had was this national pride of togetherness. I said, you guys don't have it like the Brits have it. You don't have it like the South Americans have it. You just don't have that. I didn't see it anyway until the 2010 Winter Olympics, which was in Vancouver. And I saw this Canadian pride. And I went, oh my God, this is so awesome. We need this so badly. And this is one of the things that is missing in the after 2010 and going along. We have this woke government shit. Okay, yeah, I know it's controversial to say that, but sometimes it just when you don't do nothing, nothing changes. You got to make decisions. It's a bit like, so if you're trading and you're sitting there and you don't make a decision, you're not going to win and you're not going to lose. You're just going to say, I'm a trader. Yeah, right, whatever, right? You're not progressing, right? So I think that sometimes we've gone too far. We've gone too far to the other side. I'm not saying we shouldn't be mindful of other people and all that kind of stuff and their feelings and mental health. Yes, we should be, right? But we shouldn't go over the top. We shouldn't be arresting people for stabbing somebody and then turning around and letting them go 10 minutes later, right? When that is proved in this city alone that does not work, right? So we need to tighten it up. And it just became, where's the Canadian identity, right? Where is it? It's gone. Now all of a sudden this happened. The premiers all came together of all the provinces. They all banded together and came together. And we all came together as one. And that's what I love more than anything. This is like, yep. Mexico, the same thing. We had this fuck you, Donald attitude, right? And it's like, this is good. This is good because it reflects the outlook moving forward of like, no, we're not going to allow somebody like Donald. Look, you have to admit, Donald Trump's got balls to do the shit he does and say the things he says, right? There's not too many people that will stand up and look at a camera with a prime minister or president of Israel or whatever you call him and say, you know, we're going to take over the Gaza Strip and we're going to do this, we're going to knock it all down and we're going to get these guys to move these people over. What? Right? And it's like he doesn't care.
He's really authentic. I think that's why he's gaining a lot of like popularity, because he's not scripted. Like he says whatever he wants basically. And then it actually that togetherness, I saw it in Mexico in the first term of Trump. Because like
did you? Okay.
He was
attacking
Mexico. Yeah,
attacking
Mexico. And I now that you mention it, I don't remember seeing or listening about Canada that much. Maybe because I wasn't really into Canada. I wasn't here at that time, so maybe he wasn't really pointing.
No, we didn't have much when he first came in. There wasn't much going on with Canada with Trump. It was more with the American. I mean, we got a lot of like, what, building a wall? What the hell? You should build a wall to keep you out, right? I mean, we were supportive of that kind of like, what are you treating these people like? It's wrong, right? You don't realize that in some states half of your workforce is from Mexico. What are you dumb? Like what the hell, right? So yeah, we were like that, but. The largest trading partner the US has is Canada, right? And like even their own people are questioning, what are you doing, right? What are you doing? How do you say that? What do you say? What are you telling the rest of the world? That you don't like something, so you're just gonna, annex them and take them over? Like, what the hell? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from this because it becomes a little bit of a diatribe of RAM.
Yeah, it's a controversial topic.
Yeah, it is a little bit. We could all have our opinion, but we're on a trading journey, and we got to say, Don is the Don when it comes to trading because he moves the market, and that's why we have to be very kind of more attentive to our trades and not be. Let's go big, right? I'm a higher time frame trader, right? So sometimes I'll let my trade go for a while, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, and get to that target. But I've been noticing, especially, not even when Trump did, even before that, maybe a year and a half ago, that trading's changed for me a little bit. It's just like gone are the days of like 400, 600 pips for a trade. They're very rare now. It's like, okay, get in, get my money, wait, get back in. Like it's, you gotta be careful, right? And at the end of the day, why do we do that? Why? Well, let it go to where you want it to go. Don't worry about it. It'll go there eventually, right? Yes. But the name of the game is to make money, right?
Yeah.
Just trade to make money. And if you where do I get out? Well, get out at resistance levels, get out at highs, get out at just be smart about it. You can always get back in. The horrible part is when you're up a bunch of money and then the market comes back and retraces back on you. You know, you're up like, $300-400, and then all of a sudden you're up $17. That is painful. That can hurt the psyche of a trader, and you don't want that. So, my advice to people is, look, you got things like trend lines, you got things like highs, you got things like resistance, you got things like low. Use those things to guide you. Say, yes, I'm going to take my money out now, and I can show you this swing stuff. Right? It's like markets oscillate; they work in swings, right? And we have to understand that. Okay, the market's made a new high. What's going to happen? Well, the high probability is there's going to be a retracement.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come back. It's going to pull back. It's going to dip. It's going to whatever you want to call it, right? And it's like, so where could it go? Could it go down to here? Could it go there? Yes, because price action is previous, over a period of time, making patterns that are repeatable from previous, right? So that's why when we have a resistance, a level, that resistance could possibly come support if the market breaks above it.
Mm-hmm.
But as it breaks above it, when it comes back down, right, that was resistant, it was support. Now you're coming back down to that level. What's the option? Well, we need to treat it like support until it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Then it could be resistance again. So hopefully that makes sense. That's why levels for me are so hot. I like the levels. I just like the levels. And that's why I use the monthly and the weekly and throughout the week, the daily, to control those levels, to make ranges for myself to trade into. That's what we need to do. You need to be careful. It's so volatile right now because Trump could say something and just change the whole thing temporarily. And we're very data dependent right now. If you read anything from the monetary policies, if you read that stuff, they will tell you, we're going to look at the data. We're going to look at the data. And would you mind, should we just look at last week's data?
You can share your screen, yeah?
Yeah, let me... No, I'm going to try and do this. Try and share my screen here. And let's go here, go live. Let's go here. Can you see Forex Factory? Did I do it right?
It's loading.
Oh, slow computer time. Oh, here we go. Okay, you should have it now, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so let's go. This is this coming week. Let's go to. Why is this one never right? Look at this. It's always clicks me back here. Here we go. Here. Oh, March. Not there yet. Okay, February. All right. I'm not going to do the little ones. Let's get rid of these. I'm just going to go to the big boys. All right. So we had a lot of monetary policy from the UK. They lowered their interest rates, but I want to show you this interesting. So non-farm payroll is always a big one, right? We can all see non-farm payroll here. So this is if I read this to you, so it's the change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry, hence non-farm employment, right? So actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So if that means it's less than forecast, it will be bad for the currency, yes?
Okay.
Right. So it goes to say job creation is an important leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. So it's a very good indicator of what the economy is doing, would you say? Right.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So previous, we did 307. Actually, that was adjusted it was adjusted from 256. to 307. So that was a lot of jobs created. So they were forecasting 169, but look what it came out as, 143. Okay. So that's not good, right?
Can you show it again? I was.
Well, it's forecasted at 169. See right here, 169. But what actually came out was 143.
Mm-hmm.
And it's significantly less than what they were forecasting. Yet the US gained strength. Now, people say, well, it's because of the unemployment rate, 4.1 to 4. Well, 0.1, really? That should make a difference. Oh, but then look at the average hourly earnings. That went up. Look, 0.5 from 0.3. This is not good. Why is this not good? Well, if you're paying more for average hourly earnings, what is it? You're paying more money. A company's paying their employees more money an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good for the company? Is that good for the economy?
No.
Well, you can look at it two ways. It's good for the economy because the people that are working get more money to spend. But if they have more money to spend, what does that cause? What does this cause?
That means the companies have less money.
Yeah, but it causes inflationary issues. Now we're in inflationary problems. And I looked at this and I thought, because this is such a big drop, because this, okay, 0.2% may be, high, but it's inflationary. And then this is only a 0.1. I'm thinking, well, yeah, this is going to go my way. This is US weakness, but no, it got US strength. So again, I believe I looked at everything correctly, but I ended up being wrong. There's nothing we can do about it because market sentiment took charge. Traders took charge and said, yeah, we don't care about this. We still think the economy is good. We still think the US is booming. Even though you're trying to sink it, we're saying there's US strength. So now this is why I am saying be careful, because next week, look what we have next week, right? Very heavy US, right? Look,
Powell
you got Fed,
speaks.
yeah, he speaks, but look, you got the CPI, you got month on month, year on year. Powell testifies in front of. I said, let me show you this, right? So this is really good. He prepares statements, he talks to the committees, and they ask questions and all this kind of stuff. You can get a lot of good
stuff. He's going to speak twice in the week.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is like they call it. He testified. This is the Financial Services Committee, and this one I think is the Senate. Is it? What was this with?
Senate.
Yeah, this one's the Senate Banking Committee in Washington. So yeah, this is okay. The Banking Committee is not that bad, but sometimes you get big moves from this one because there's a question and answer session, right? And this is before the House Financial Service Committee, right? So these are, guys are, oh, well, why are you doing that, right? And then he has to have, explain it, get more detail, and they're questioning him and all this kind of stuff. So this can be fun. This could move the market big time. And then sometimes it doesn't move it at all, right? So, but then we have the big one, core PPI. You have unemployment claims again, and then retail sales. So a lot of stuff to do with inflation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a big week coming up, and of
It's
course we got, So yeah, but just don't go overboard, guys. Just be calm, right? Trade accordingly. So that's there. While I'm here, let me see if I can show that trade I talked about.
Sure.
If you want. So have that there. Okay, let's just change this one to USD. All right, so Euro USD. All right, so here's the gap right here. See the gap right here? So this gap opened and So I didn't trade this right away. I waited, right? Because, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just wanted to wait. This opened up here. So it came up, then came down, then made some more. There's my little favorite little pin bar here, right? Little
Mm-hmm.
pin bar here, like that. Still didn't trade. Why? Because I wanted to be above here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to trade down here, right? I wanted to be above. So once see this one right here,
Mm-hmm.
this one right here, this kind of a pin bar. So I put my buy right on there. So as this came up here, boom, my stop. I can't remember where my stop was. I think three. I can't remember, to be honest. But nice trade, right? Nice
Mm-hmm.
trade all the way up to here, went in. So now let's talk about the one that I lost. So um, I like this trade. Why? Because look at this area here. So this was, a support,
Resistance. Mm-hmm.
resistance, broke it, came back, support, went back up, so, oh, this is pretty good. Now, I wanted to trade, and basically I used Fibonacci. So here's my swing, my Fibonacci, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was down here, and I'm thinking, this is a good trade. And I believe that I had entered somewhere around here on this break right here, and I was in the trade. And then it kind of went sideways a little bit, went up a little bit. Now, this is normal because I kind of knew that there was news coming out. Now, what could I have done? I could have put this trend line across here and said to myself, if this breaks this trend line and even this low right here, I'd get out of the market. And I would have protected myself, but I didn't. I left it. Where am I going, by the way? Probably wanted to know. I was going right here, which is the extension of this Fibonacci swing. If you don't know about Fibonacci's, you should know about Fibonacci's. Stick with us. You'll learn about Fibonacci's. Fibonacci's are mathematical levels of support and resistance. And here's a level right here. Look. See this level right here, 382. Look, bounce, 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 bounce. Damn good level. Yes, it broke, but look what happened when it broke, right? So that broke there. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Finally broke, came back down. Where? 382. Came back down, 382. Finally, see what I'm saying? Good levels, right? So, so what now? So I lost now. So what am I doing now? Well, I'm waiting for an opportunity to trade. Still want to trade up to here, and I don't mind because now I'm at a lower. I'm lower. So I'm looking hopefully next week somewhere along the line to break this trend line, break this, and then I can trade it up to here. And then I'll actually make more money. Hopefully it'll make up for my $45 loss. So there we are. That's simple. And those gaps. Now I've made 3 trades now on the NASDAQ 100, and all 3 of them have been gap trades. I don't know if it shows it on this one. Let me see if I can. There it is right there. Look at that. Nice gap trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the same thing. I saw all this. I said, well, I'll wait till I'm above there. And then I was above it, and I traded it up right to there. Just traded it right to that price point right there. Nothing else. Very simple. And we'll see what we're going to do next week. This one right here, I think was my first trade before I had this one. I traded to this. It's kind of a little gap there, but it doesn't look like a gap. I see that now, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's. I like trading the gaps. The gaps are great. I really do. Really enjoy trading gaps because maybe it's a 30-minute. There it is, right there. No, that's not it. There it is. See this one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this one, right? Look how far I went down. So can you imagine? So here I am here, right? And I'm recognizing there's a gap there. what a monster trade this one was, right? So see this pin bar right here?
Yeah.
That's my entry right there.
Now, so
Took a while, but it got there.
we're about 50, 51, 52 minutes in the podcast. Do you want to cover the questions we had?
Oh yeah, let's get on them quick. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So
let's
we
go.
have 3 questions. The first one, what does the pin bar tell you?
Oh, interesting. Let me stay on the charts here a little bit here. A pin bar tells me that there is a rejection, right? So if it's being rejected, right? So the pin bar could be on a lower time frame, that there is some kind of a retracement or a completion of a Fibonacci sequence. Does that make sense?
But does it apply for a green pin bar?
Does not. You don't need to have any color. It's okay. So let me kind of draw
I
it
think
here.
the last trade you showed, they had a pin bar, a nice pin bar at a low level. The euro, I think, euro USD.
Euro USD.
Where was it?
Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I can't do it here. Okay, don't worry. All right.
I think on the lowest, on the bottom.
Around here?
Yeah, around there. I think I saw one. Can you zoom in?
Ah, here it is. Here it is. I see it. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Let's get it here.
Yeah, that's better.
Here we go. All right. Do we have any other questions while I'm getting organized here?
Yeah, we have a couple more questions.
Okay. So I can answer them as well.
Sure. So Yachi no bot asks, when it comes to trading, do I want to learn options, futures, forex? Am I long-term trading? Do I look for 15-second chart, 1 minute? Help me.
Okay, start with Forex and start with understanding how the market moves. You should, I know everybody wants to trade right away, but you got to understand the movement, how it moves, what happens. Just be observant, and it's called price action. But you got to define levels of where the market goes. But for me, options, futures, even like, well, if you're from the States, you can't trade ETFs, but Forex is a lower barrier of entry. And I know you have to learn 2 sides, but there's ways where you can get an understanding of what currencies are doing by using what we call indexes. So we use the US dollar, and that is a chart based on the US dollar against a handful. The Dixie is another one, that's 6 currencies, but the US dollar one is only 4 currencies. And so it's representing the bullishness or the bearishness of the US dollar against those 4 currencies. So essentially, if you look at a chart, you see the trend going up and it's got momentum to the upside, that means there's strength in the US dollar. So very quickly, simple answer is Forex, and don't, oh my God, I know, trade on stable charts, 4 hour, 1 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. You will see, hopefully you join us and we can help you with your journey on a regular. I look at the higher time frames to determine a level. Very quickly, this is what you want to do. We've talked about support and resistance. A support and resistance, so down here is the floor of support, up here is the ceiling of resistance. If you're down here, you want to trade up to there. If you're here, you want to trade down to there. That's simple as that. So simplifying it is you're trying to find these, what we call ranges to trade between. That's it. That's the simplest form. There's other things, but that's what you want to do. And that's very easy to find that and develop that through Forex, in my mind. Hopefully that answers your question. And just keep the questions coming. So let's get back to this pin bar. Was that okay?
Yeah, of course. Of course. We
Yeah,
have one
good.
more question, but yeah, let's check the pin bar first.
So this is the mighty pin bar. Yes, I love this. Why? So this candle closed here, and there's a new one open, and it went down just a touch, and then it came back up and went all the way up here, and then it ran into a wall, right, and came all the way back down again. So this is a rejection. A rejection of what? A rejection that it doesn't want to go there at that particular time. However, I don't usually look at the pin bar on a 30-minute chart. I'm just showing you the pin bar. I'm also going to say this particular pin bar did not work out, because when we see this in a downtrend, this is a down, right? So we're looking, oh, we're going to go down lower. However, the way we trade it, we would not have been in this, right? And I'll explain why. So it's representing that the market is pushing it back down to where it opened. So imagine you running and you hit a wall and you bounce back, right? You run and you bounce back. So that's what it's telling. So now on a lower time frame, you could probably find some kind of pattern that is requiring a retracement on the 30-minute. Does that make sense? So that's why I like combining. People say start at the higher time frames, don't worry about the lower time frames. But let me say this. If you're waiting for something to happen on the 4-hour chart, where's that something going to happen first before the 4-hour chart? Answer is the 1 hour. Something's going to happen on the 1 hour before it happens on the 4-hour. And if you're waiting for something to happen on the 1 hour, it's going to happen on the 15-minute before the 1 hour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I combine the usage of, I'm going to look at the 15-minute, I'm going to look at the 1 hour, and what am I seeing? Oh, I'm seeing, I like this, yes, good. Now I think it's confirming what's going to happen on the 4-hour. But I still don't maybe do what I want to do until the 4-hour is completed. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's go over this pin bar. So how would I trade this pin bar? Well, the pin bar here, when this new candle opens, the rule is this. And you'll hear me say I want a 50% retracement of a previous candle. In this particular case, I don't. What I want with this pin bar is I want the next candle to violate underneath the body. You see the body here, which is the open, right? Open and closes on higher time frames are very good. Closes and opens, they're very good levels of support and resistance. There's a little tip for you. Okay, so did this price violate that level?
It barely touched it. I don't know if that means. Is it?
Yeah, it kind of did.
Yeah.
Right? But now I want to go down. And we only want to get into the market until we've broken that low there. But this opened here, right? It didn't retrace 50%. It just came back down, opened, right? Went up a little bit, violated the body. This is good. Comes back here, doesn't close below this body, and doesn't close below this low. Does this make sense? Does the sequence make sense? What I just explained to you. I'm trying to do it as quick. I'm trying to do it as quick as I can. So, because we've got this rejection, this is telling me this is a bearish situation, right? Does that make sense? Right. So this closes here and opens here. See this open right here, right? Then it goes up and violates this body here, right? It doesn't have to go 50%. It went up above, wasn't quite 50%, stopped and came back, Now it's underneath this body, but it needs to be underneath this low body right here. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't. It poked it, but it came back up again. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And then went back up again and opened here. So I'm not in this trade. Even though this is telling me I want to be bearish and I want to sell, I'm not, because I didn't get in it, because I needed to get in at the low,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't get in it. And what happened? It went back up. Remember, nothing is 100%, but these candles are beautiful. And when I look for a trade, whether it's an up or a down, I'm looking for this pin bar. If I see this pin bar, I get excited. Everything that you see, whether it's a pin bar, a bearish candle, a bullish candle, or I see a trend line break or anything like that, there are a set of rules to have that confirm what you want to do. So it reduces your losses. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason we got here, we got this rejection. We look, hey, we're going down. We're looking now. We may not be selling here. I'm just showing you the why I like the pin bar. So the bias has to be, yes, I'm going to the downside. If you're not going to the downside, then you ignore this pin bar.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so it's like, oh yeah, I want to sell. Oh, I got a pin bar. Oh, this is great. So did I get a retracement? Yes, I got the retracement. Not 50%, but I got my retracement. Great. Now we're going to come back. It has to violate the body of the previous, which it did, and it has to close below the previous body. It did not. Once it does that, then we put the once it violates that body there, this low here is, I'm going to change the color so I can use a reference here. There we go. So if it closes below this purple line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we put the sell on that low. So all those things, one happened, two did not. Because it went back up and then closed above here, then it kept going.
Mm-hmm.
We like it, but that's how to trade it. Now, may need a little bit of a video, which I know we've been talking about doing. So I think the pin bar would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Any
right.
any other comments on that? Or you good?
Last question. Maybe we can wrap up with this question and with this answer.
Sounds good.
From I am Rawanali or Rawnali. What's a good capital to start trading?
Well, if you're talking Forex, I believe, different with psychology with other people. But for me, I believe, and all the people that I've come through, because, how you think about money, losing and winning and stuff like that, I believe $1,000 is the start, because $1,000 gives you the ability to trade 50-cent lot sizes, right? 25-cent lot sizes, and your winnings are not going to be $3, $5. And I know people say, oh, if you do it a number of times, you're going to make a difference. Okay, think about this. So you're in a trade and it's moved 200 pips and you've made $6. And it's been in for 4 days. And you're like, oh man, psychologically, that's going to doesn't make any difference to me, and it really depends on the why. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it just for a hobby, just to say, hey, I'm trading? Is it a hobby, or is it something you want to make money out of? So if it's a hobby, then just demo trade or go buy a funded account and do that. But rules on a funded account are very strict. So you have to determine why you're trading. That's the first thing, number one. If yes, I want to make money, then you have to prepare yourself to trade with the right amount of money. And I believe it's $1,000, because you can grow. You could make a plan. This is the thing. You got to plan it. You can't just get it and just start trading willy-nilly. You got to make a plan of growth and a plan to protect your account. You start with $1,000. Now, well, I don't have $1,000. Go save it. I don't make enough money. Get a part-time job, right? And start putting money in to build the account. And if you can only got 500, put 500. Just don't trade it, and just add every month. Add a little bit more. I encourage people with $1,000 US account to add 10% to their account every month. Because why? Well, if you've got a plan of a 3% loss factor or a 5%, it's up to you. It's your account, not mine. But I would encourage them to do 3%, 5% max. And you just got to count how many trades you can do before you blow your account. But the point is that if you keep it like that, that means if you have 5%, that $1,000, you'll only have a little bit of a loss. So 5%, $50, right? It's minimal. It's 950. So you're now looking for really specific trades, and you're really focused and disciplined on what those trades are going to be. You're not going, yeah, I think this will work out. I'll protect myself. You're really, really focusing on those rules, and it makes you better. That's why I like people going to the funded account, because it keeps them disciplined. Long-winded answer, I know, but there's in my experience, that's the best way of looking at it.
That's great. Yeah. Perfect. In my opinion, what I reply to this person is, as long as you start, doesn't matter. I think the key or the main thing is to start, and then being consistent with your commitment, and that's what I'm trying to do in the account on social media, posting my everyday $20 purchases, and then if you multiply and you add the compound effect around, I think in like 10 years, that adds up to 80,000 with a like very low like 5% profit. That is like the S&P 500 gives you, I don't know, like 8% on average annually. So if you add $20, if you have the time, if you're willing to commit to like a small amount every day over the long period of time, that will pay off. But of course, I mean, I'm also into trading. That's more like investing, right? But the person was mentioning trading, a good amount for trading. So I'm having my funded account for that as well. So
yeah, good. I mean, it's great, and I think it just puts that out there where I said it depends why you're doing it.
yeah,
And I think that's the first question you've got to answer. Why are you doing it? You're investing in the long term, and you understand that you're going to win some and lose some, but over a period of time, it's going to work out, right? You have also seen the advantages of trading and having a stop loss and getting in and getting out and build your account, right? So you have a definitive plan, and that's the key. What is your plan? For me, if it, and maybe it's stocks, maybe he's trading stocks, I don't know, but if it's Forex, 1,000, right? I don't know what you started in your. Did you say you started with 3,500 in your stock account? 4,000,
yeah.
Right? So there you go. So that's two different perspectives right there. You started up, but the key is, did you put 4 right from the beginning, or did you figure out what your plan was?
I put, but I didn't trade it. I wasn't using the entire account. And
Right.
then,
So you had it there, but yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, but now it's interesting. So how long ago was that? A year ago?
no, like 8 months ago, I think.
8 months ago. So now all of a sudden you're here in February and you've got a kick-ass plan. Beauty, right? So, are you looking to add to your account?
Only that $20 per day for
Right,
now.
but that's my point. Yeah, for now, right? Yeah. So you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You started with that, but then your why got sorted out. You figured out what you wanted to do, what you want to go, all right? And you learned some things on the way. You got some advice, you got some help, and then you said, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, you started with 4, right? My first one was like 25 grand. So it's like, but it's different for everybody, it's different for everybody. And, but my advice is if you don't have a lot of money, right? if that's a struggle, right, go for a funded account. Cost you $150, low, very low, and get all your stuff sorted out there. But the first thing, like I've asked people, say, well, what's your watch? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this. I just want to start trading because I think it's cool. Okay, so is it a hobby or you want to make money? Shit, no, I want to make money, dude. Okay, all right. So you got to figure out why. Well, I just told you I want to make money. Yeah, well, what's the money for? To spend, to enjoy myself. Like, well, what do you want to enjoy? You see where I'm going with this, right? Because it does matter. The psyche does matter. Don't even think it doesn't. It does. You know, I've told you this many times. You are the failure of people is not about the fundamentals. It's not about the technicals. It's about your mind, right? The three pillars: the fundamentals, the technicals, and then you. The most challenges you have is not about the technicals. The most challenges is not about the fundamentals. The most challenges you're going to have is you, because how you perceive it, how you look at it. And when you get kicked in the nuts, how do you get up and respond?
Yeah.
Right? How do you get up and get back into the game? Do you chase it? Do you freak out? Do you get pissed off? Right? That it's not about, it's about showing up and doing the work, following the process, and enjoying the journey. Because this is what it is. It's a fucking journey. Yeah.
I was I finished this book, The Psychology of Money, and then there's a part of the author says, that the price that you need to pay if you're into trading or if you're into the stocks, the price that you need to pay to make, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, whatever profit you have, is you have to be willing to see your money shrink and have your account in red and be willing to accept it and be okay with that fear. And that's the price you pay for having that
the art of losing.
Yeah.
The art of losing, right? And that's it. That's the whole thing. And if you don't like losing like me, if you don't like giving your money back, then you put things in place that reduces your losses, right? And you have to work it. You have to work it how it suits you. There's no all this, follow these exactly. You can't, because we're all different. We're all different. And why do I insist on a stop loss? Because I think a stop loss helps you control your risk. Because I'm all about controlling risk. Because if you can control your risk, you can stay in the game longer. The more you can stay in the game, the more you can get more lessons, you can learn more, and you can advance more. You ask a retail trader, what's the number? What do you want to do with your account? I want to make money. That's what they say. You ask a professional trader, right? What's the number one thing in your account? Preserve capital. The preservation of capital. So why the difference? The difference is because the professional trader understands that he needs capital to trade. So he concentrates on preserving his capital rather than thinking about how much money I'm going to make. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, Ashley. 1 hour, 50 minutes in the podcast.
Ooh,
I think it's
we went over.
Yeah,
it's a good chance. Yeah.
We can start saying goodbye.
All right.
Actually, I want to say thank you because this time we had a few people in the live stream live. 4 or 5 people connecting.
Nice.
We hope the next one we get questions live. I'll be happy to read them and I will ask them. I will ask Ashley on behalf of them because Ashley doesn't really see the live stream. But yeah.
I know. Yeah, ask away. Anyway, thank you very much. Nice being here. Hope you guys have a great week. Trade safe, be smart, and get those questions in. And we'll see you all next week. Take care, everybody.
All right, see you next week.